From a successful first Sunday motoring meet at our new Mesa facility, to seeing the incredible landscape of Sedona, to meeting some FCP Euro fans at the beach in Santa Monica, it was a very memorable first leg of our trip. And now, it's time to capture the Golden Era 190E's new look on some picturesque roads with our good friend Sam Dobbins. From one Stuttgart marque to the other, we shifted gears from Golden Era, and the next day, we loaded in for Airwater, one of the largest Porsche gatherings in North America, bringing about 1,000 Porsches and many thousands of enthusiasts to Costa Mesa for this one-day event.
The most historic Porsche race cars are in Southern California right now. They've been plucked from all over the world, and they're all right here, right now. It just feels special to be walking like amongst history. This is like an art exhibit, car show at the same time. It just like makes your heart happy.
And now, we're here with Kev from Fluff's Detail washing the last 1,000 miles of dirt, dust, and grime off of the cars. They're gonna look amazing. Our setup in there is also gonna be amazing. So, came to take you all along for the ride. Kev did a really good job on his cars, dude. Honestly, anytime I see this car clean, I just want to get it dirty again. To make a big splash with thousands of Porsche owners and enthusiasts in a new place, we knew we had to come correct. The team put together a booth layout that was completely different from what we've done in the past, doing our best to aesthetically tie in our brand with the Airwater vibe, creating an inviting space topped off by two incredible cars. You see they crossed out white, put yellow. Last night I was like, well, one side of the car is yellow, the other side's blue. I don't know how they wrote white. Take your pick, you know? Whatever you like. With the booth dialed in, it's time to get a sneak preview of what's in store for the show. Whether driven or dropped off, most of the vendor and show cars were getting placed today, with many having traveled from around the country or even around the world to get here. Getting to see these cars completely unimpeded by the foot traffic of an event was something special. The Airwater Action Sports setup might have been our favorite. It put a myriad of cars set up for rougher terrain on display with a very fitting centerpiece, the late Ken Block's Hoon Pegasus, a car that truly feels surreal to even simply stand next to. But everywhere you looked in the area, there was no shortage of Porsches with a lot of rich history and engineering. Elsewhere, poster cars began rolling in. The Brumos 934-5 shared outdoor space with the 959 and a pair of 964 Carrera RSRs. Just a few yards away, the Footworks FA12-powered F1 car was joined by the Interscope 935, a smattering of RUF offerings, vintage SCCA Challengers, and a 964 Cup car from the series that began 30 years of 911-based support races. After Friday's load-in, it was on to the madness of bringing in over 1,000 cars for the show. Our friends from Overcrest Rally got the party started early with the group of cars that rolled in from Palm Springs. But in a matter of minutes, there was something special everywhere you looked. Enthusiast favorites like the 993 Carrera 3.8 RS sat near motorsport legends like the 956 and the Fab Car 944 GTR. The FCP Euro booth saw non-stop action as soon as the gates opened. We were proud to share bites of our catalog, from Porsche Classic Motor Oil, upgrades from our friends at CSF, genuine accessories, and more. During the show, we met an endless stream of awesome people at the booth. fans who have been consuming our content for years and were excited to put faces to the name, new friends who wanted to learn more about what we offer for their Porsches, and many who simply wanted to grab some swag and proudly rep the brand. After digging the Cayman out of the sand and making it shine, we had a lot of fun with it at the booth. Those who walked by wanted to learn all about the rally-specific mods we did to the car and where it may go next.
The way this car show is laid out is incredibly unique. I'm going to speak for Mark a little bit behind the camera. This seems like a photographer's dream when it comes to a car show. Everything has space to be appreciated, whether it's with your eyeballs or with your phone camera or whatever it may be. It is absolutely beautiful. And then you top that off with the level, the caliber of cars that are here, all hand curated, hand selected by the team at Air Water. I mean, I don't have much to say. This is sick. One of the things I always love is the subtle spoiler that's molded into the deck lid. It's one of my favorite things on any Porsche. There's also the attention to detail on this car. I don't know much about it because I've never seen it in person. The seats, oh my gosh. This is my kind of style. Speaking of wings, I mean, come on. The most historic Porsche race cars are in Southern California right now. They've been plucked from all over the world, and they're all right here, right now. The haulers that used to haul some of them are all here. It just feels special to be walking like amongst history. This is like an art exhibit, car show at the same time. It just like makes your heart happy. You know, you have somebody's unbelievable 993. This almost looks like a cup car as well, but like you have that sitting next to just a chill 996 Carrera 2. Right over here you have another race car. Again, somebody's street car 997. It's like a nice juxtaposition. Everything is here. Oh, and this is only one section. I didn't even go anywhere yet. You take it to Trader Joe's, throw a bag of groceries in the front, and then I hit the Canyons later. I'm chilling, dude. No rules, dude. This rules, but no rules. When it comes to modern Porsches, this spec is nuts. I also love the exposed carbon hood, the wing, the air inlets on the side. It wouldn't be a modern car without a little bit of condensation in the lights here. But you know, it's still sick. Oh, you know we weren't going anywhere.
I know, but I brought the whole family.
Oh, this is the family.
Yeah, what's up?
Nice to meet you. How's it going? I'm JR. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's up, kiddo?
What's up, FCP?
I think we need to hit the off-road section, Mark. Take the beaten path. Or off the beaten path.
Take the beaten path.
Take the beaten
Editor's note, we'll go ahead and keep that in.
It's such an unreal vibe for a car show. You have just in the main parking lot over there, or the front lot, let me say, not even the main lot. And then part of the theme, of course, you have the off-road cars off the road, right? I have like in heavy appreciation for people that put this show together because they did a stellar job. This car, obviously, to a lot of people means a lot. It's one of the last cars Ken drove before he unfortunately passed. And it is every bit as incredible as you would imagine it to be in person. The proportions are crazy. They chopped off the entire rear end pretty much, it looks like. You know, I know it's probably a tube chassis anyways, it's custom, but BVI, Even though they built most of this car, it's every bit as impressive as it is on the internet. You got minted Cayenne. I've been following this guy on Instagram for years. He's been building this car to be something absolutely different from every other Cayenne that I've ever seen. I haven't even seen this car in person yet, the E-Motion Safari Turbo, or Turbo Safari, excuse me. I mean, name speaks for itself. Turbo S Safari. Takes you wherever you need to go in a ridiculous amount of pace.
Hey, good afternoon. We're here at Air and Water, the second iteration of the event. I'm John Benton from Anaheim, California. My shop is Benton Performance. This is a 67-912 that's been prepared for vintage World Rally FIA spec, but its first event will be the Sahara Challenge, where it will kind of start in Cadiz and end in Morocco, probably well over 2,000 miles of hard use. Started life as a generic 67-912. It has a completely reinforced suspension, Nerf bars, high exhaust for stream crossings, tilt open rear window. It's purpose built. This is a car, you fill the tank, you drive 500 miles. It should do the job well. If you want to take a peek inside, this is the cockpit, pretty Spartan. The rally computer hasn't been installed yet. The rally organizers will send us a Monit system for the car. The car will probably ship in about 6 weeks, so we still have some testing to do. There's a little bit of FCP inside here. With the exception of the cooling and induction, this is a relatively stock motor. We don't want a high BTU motor or a high compression motor because in the middle of nowhere, when you're refueling, sometimes there's more water than fuel. But this is set up to accept that. It's approximately 85 horsepower, which doesn't seem like much in this field of cars we have next to us, but this thing will run through anything and just keep going. But thank you, FCP, for your help. Once in a while, there's a little part you need you can't find somewhere else, and you guys have come through for me, so I appreciate that.
Going to the organization of the show, the thought that goes into everything. They have the all-white cars parked in this amphitheater setup. It's all very, very, very well thought through, and it's all so striking. All I want to do is stand here and just take it all in. Again, big ups to the organizers of this show because they thought through every single piece, and they also found the perfect location to do it all. This is so cool.
Right there. Little baby Brembos.
Little baby Brembos, dude.
Just in case you're wondering, it's for racing purposes only, not for highway use. In case you were planning on putting that on your E46.
Well, considering the fact that my wheels are probably 5 inches bigger than that, I probably can't fit them anyways.
That's probably true. The only thing stopping you. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it?
This is it, dude. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just not something light, you know, a little man-tie kit on my GT3, you know what I'm saying?
Is that your Instagram handle?
No, I mean, no, I let somebody borrow it for the show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they put their Instagram on it?
They put their Instagram on it just because I was like, you know, you can flex a little bit if you feel like it, but like, really, it's Jade's GT3.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nah, it's a friend. It's a friend.
Yeah.
Close personal friend. All these cars here, and some of them are even for sale. Let's take a look inside the auction hall.
And this is the last lot of today. I must admit, it has been a total pleasure to be your auctioneer. You have been a fabulous audience. Starting
993, another 500 plus horsepower car. It probably weighs 2,800 pounds, 2,900 pounds. Second, third, fourth, whipping it off the rev limiter. It's like the most blissful thing I can think of. I don't know what to do. You go around a corner and there's another whole building. And there's priceless cars everywhere. There's things that, again, I never thought I'd see in person. I always love a Flying Lizard race car because they always are some of the best looking cars to ever take to a track. As a team, they've won everything. They've done everything. Everybody's driven for Flying Lizard.
So the car is one of two that they ran at Le Mans with a Troy Lee Designs art car concept. One like a 997 RSR GT2 technically versus like a GTE class. There's a bunch of different ways this would have fit in, but like it's a pretty exotic vehicle, but it's still somewhat basic compared to like the equivalent would be like a modern GT3 car.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It was basically a Targa Florio special car, like that it's not really for track circuit racing. The Targa Florio was basically a road rally. One lap is like 50 miles or 35 miles, something outrageous like that. And literally just driving on the street, country roads, and that's what they would like, but it's absolutely bonkers.
And they're like full tilt?
Yes, racing. And it's not a rally.
No.
It's like a road race on regular roads. And that, which is aluminum tube frame, 8-cylinder, flat 8.
Flat 8? I was gonna say what kind of...
Yeah, a 908.
That's, okay, I guess that makes sense.
They made 6-cylinder versions. I think they made a 10-cylinder version too.
We've been to some crazy events in the past, but few hit quite like Airwater. The presentation of the cars was like nothing we've ever seen, and we definitely plan to be back next year. While it's hard to top a day like that, there was still a bit more fun to be had. After a blissful Saturday in Costa Mesa, we spent our Sunday morning joining a more intimate gathering at Good Time in Long Beach, with cars lining the streets for all makes welcome. Good morning. We're in Long Beach. We're at a spot called Good Time, which I personally love. Great burritos, great coffee. Y'all need to come here. This is All Makes Welcome. And we also combined that with Sunday Motoring Meet this morning. Huge shout out to All Makes Welcome and Good Time for letting us collaborate with them. Southern California, great weather all year round, which means you have great cars all year round. Some stuff we don't get to see in Connecticut. There are 2 RS2s here, one owned by our good friend Brian Scotto, of course. When do you see one RS2 in one place, let alone 2? This is beautiful. Everything's just, it's so nice here. I like it a lot. You see this? Alpina B3. Here's the thing. This is already here, like on its own, it's sick. There was also a B3 wagon here. 2 of them, again, in the same place. California, y'all are spoiled. It's ridiculous. And with that, our road trip comes to an end. 10 days, 3 events, and over 1,500 miles driven. We certainly made the best of it. We met a ton of new people along the way and enjoyed talking to FCP Euro fans, both old and new. We're looking forward to hosting and attending more events out west, continuing to spread the love, and seeing what this new, to us, area has to offer.